So I'm finally showing this build, my minigun Techno build. I have my rocket launcher build, which I've shown before. I may show that one again. This guy is just minigun, and he is a pure tank, which is the way I feel like a minigun should be built, because it's kind of made to be tanky already. I mean, why add more damage to kill the Arbiter? You know, a few seconds faster is all I would achieve when I can just make him as invincible as possible. Where you never even worry, period, about anything. I kind of like that more. So, of course, we go minigun, turrets, but then we also go fixing wave, which I love because it lets us place our turrets strategically. It makes us even tankier, and it offsets the martyr set that we're using, especially with mods like Fixer Upper on fixing wave, which also combines with the pain reliever skill node in our packs tree to give us just so much percentage-based regen constantly that is just constantly, meaning that we're just ignoring the martyr set debuff all the time, in addition to healing us constantly, while the martyr set makes it so that everything just does a small flat damage to us, period. So health, armor, and resistance don't mean anything, which is why I go anomaly power some in my tree, but I still do the middle tree because honestly I tested the bottom tree and I was doing less damage actually. Because you just get too much in the middle tree. You get double debuffs on Marked for Death. You get tons of ice bonus damage to frozen targets, which we still inflict fairly often, and especially on bosses when we're focused on them. They're always in the freeze status. Whether they're frozen or not doesn't matter. They're still getting the bonus damage from freeze on them. And then, of course, the final skill node, which gives you a huge anomaly power buff anyway, and then gives us an extra life. So on top of all that, we also have an extra life too. It's just insane. Like, yeah, there's no one as tanky as this build, I'm pretty sure. Because I have my Martyr set Pyro build, which I love too, because he kills bosses the fastest, faster than this guy. He's like a Martyr set Firepower Pyro, and he's awesome, and he's pretty much invincible too. I use like Feed the Flames with like Nova range and stuff like that, low cooldowns to offset the martyr set so he can still heal himself reliably most of the time. But he still can be caught in pretty dire situations since he doesn't have any like basic skill or health regen that just instantly heals him or offsets the martyr set without having to leech off an enemy. Whereas this guy can do that, so it really doesn't matter. Even if there's no enemies around me, I'm still able to offset the martyr set and stay invincible. So, and I still, as I use my guns too, besides the minigun, because it's still good with that too. But yeah, it's definitely a minigun build for sure, is the intent, and just a super tank.
was a god. The anomaly's been twisting this place apart for centuries. Maybe because this is so close to wherever the anomaly comes from. All of Enoch look like this. Tuma said the father built a palace over his passage. Find his throne room. I could probably find the entrance. These were gardens. Maybe. Would have been nice to see this place in its prime. Not anyone here's interested in tending the flowers. place is beautiful. It clearly wasn't just war they were interested in. I wonder if anything from their culture survived in the packs. Anyone who didn't follow the daughter out of this city died here. But what killed them and left this city standing? Another ice age. Toxic air from the forest. Every empire falls, but what was in that past? Here we go. This must be Father's secret passage. No one else has been past it. Father must have sealed the passage with this obelisk somehow. It must be Father must have written all this. Tuma said he was consumed by his visions, the past and future. threat that we're meant for. Not that I'm complaining. I think I'll keep quiet all the same. Place. It must have been drawing them all here. Answering some clues. How many of Enoch's creatures are being lured by this place? Called by Father.